Alright guys, well I'm all docked up. There's the boat. Probably about 100 videos ago we were here and we actually got some footage of a little squirrel and we called him Eddie, and then we found a squirrel at our new camp and we called him Eddie. Probably not the same guy, but here we are. So this one here, like I said, gets visited a little bit more often. So you've got like this fire pit and someone had set up some old milk crates and some boards around. So it's probably had many nice campfires here. But people like to come in here. Oh goodness. People that come out here, I don't want to say they're young people. I don't know if they're young, and I certainly don't want to shit on a bunch of young people if I don't have proof, but this camp gets really messy. You'll see in some of our videos from last year in the fall, we piled up all the bottles and stuff we could find, right? They're still here, and I didn't bring a bag. Next weekend maybe we'll come out with a couple bags and we'll get this crap off the island. This is ridiculous. Last year when we were here, we threw a couple of bags there, but I can see that there's a couple of newer cans. So I haven't been out here in many months, but obviously somebody has. The fire pit looks nothing like the last time I saw it. Looks like somebody tried to maybe shrink up the fire pit a bit or something, but pulled off this wood before they left. Old pack of cigarettes there. So, unfortunately, people do litter out here when they get out here. That's unfortunate, but, even if you could get a big bag out here or something to tie it to a tree, maybe people will use it. This island's not a bad size. It's certainly probably 3 or 4 times bigger than the island we have our camp at. But check this out. Someone made a little toilet, I'm gonna guess. Looks like R2-D2. Look, another beer can. Oh my goodness. But yeah, little R2-D2, little toilet here. That's pretty neat. It goes into a little valley there, and it is very, very soggy and boggy in the middle of the island. It might even be very close to the water level or even below. So anyways, I'll grab this can here and put it in the pile with the others. It is wet. It's soggy out here. Again, I'm solo today. I couldn't get a hold of Peter this morning. He did text me. I was already on the water. So guess I'll just do a nice peaceful solo trip here on my own. I just say peaceful, just when you're all by yourself. There is certainly some peace that comes with that, but yeah, all right. Anything else? Yeah, well, boat, I can see the boat losing some air. I might actually have a small leak in my third chamber, because I noticed when I was pumping it up this morning, or a little bit earlier there, it's still morning, that I pumped it up, but by the time I was ready to go in it, so you can see here, it's definitely losing some air. And I noticed that one of the patches had kind of peeled off a bit. I actually, the very first time I used it, I put a freaking hole, I dragged it along some gravel and I put a hole in it. And so I'm going to have to, it looks like I'm going to have to revisit that patch. That's okay. So here's the gear, right? Here's the boat. So got a couple of new battery cases that the missus got me. I really appreciate that, honey. Thank you. And it's just a nice, neat look. You don't have just a battery sitting out. And I got one underneath my seat. So they fit underneath our seats, which is very convenient. The boat is working quite well today. I do have a little bit of a breeze, but I'm down, like I don't have Peter with me in his gear, so I am definitely traveling a lot lighter than normal. It's quite nice. I can see my seat here is going to start getting pretty wet, so I think what I'll do, I'll just take that up here like so. Oops, take the battery back. Just close that up like that. I'll probably take off from here. Won't be too long. So you can see there's the trolling motor. The deep cycle battery. So I bring 2 marine batteries. This one's deep cycle. This one's actually not. And I think I might have thought that I was buying a deep cycle battery when I bought it, and it's more for cranking amps. So it's more for starting a motor than it is for running an electric motor. But this one's pretty good. I also have my booster pack in the bag that I'll use I can run my pump off of. I think what I'll do today is I'll pull the hand pump out and I'll just hand pump it. Because I'd still like to get out on the lake and go much farther. The problem with that, of course, is if I use all my battery power of my booster pack to run my pump, you know, it just takes it out of the equation if you need it later, that extra little boost to get home. I'm already 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers from where I launched. It's just electric motor, and it's pushing a lot of weight. I probably have, well, the batteries are got to be about 100 pounds worth of gear, probably another 50 pounds. And then, of course, I'm a couple 100 pounds, so, you know, it's fairly light load compared to what it's used to. Just going solo today, so it's kind of a bonus, really. I can cut through the water a lot better, and I can get here against the wind without going full motor speed. I'll use Power 4. It does have 5 power settings for forward. So I got here a little slow, but it did make it. So if I try to go out to our island, it is about another, probably similar to the distance I just went to get there, but then I've got to get home. So if I get to the other side of the lake and I get stuck, yeah, that could be a problem. But anyways, I'm not that freaked out right now. Why don't we, while we're here, maybe get my hands on my multimeter. Bag for lunch, booster pack, there's my pump. And I know I have, there it is there. So I've got my little multimeter here. What we'll do is we'll do a little battery test just to see where I stand. Again, I had to go against the wind and stuff, and it is hard on the system. What I'll do is put that there. I'm not sure how I'll do this and film, but I'll try. See if I can reach the two together there. You can see I can get onto that there. Yeah, having a hard time here. Let's see if I can find a way to fork these off wide enough here that I could get on both contacts. Looks like I'm at about, if I can get that to stay for a friggin' second there, 12.3 volts. So I am pretty low. 12 volt battery, usually I can get about 13.5 to almost 14 volts. So not performing very well today. Not sure what to do about that. Just gonna put you down here for 1 second, gang. Just let me get an accurate, try to get a more accurate reading. Yeah, 12.3. Yeah, it's not very impressive. So definitely losing power quickly in that battery. Might not have charged it quite enough yet. But so what I'll do is I'll use this battery just till it stops propelling me, and then I do have, between the booster pack and that battery, I do have a backup. So I can push this one battery until it stops propelling me, and then we'll go from there. We've been to that little, that's kind of an island, but it's not really. You can actually walk to it. Definitely breezy. The wind's coming directly from the west, which is, you know, it's a sideways wind, so it does take a little bit more to keep your boat straight and stuff, but whatever. But I think I might put some more air in this, and but I'd really like to make it to my island camp today. Our island camp, I should say. And it's just, there's a roof there. I can't have much of a fire at the island. I can fire up the rocket stove. But today today's theme won't be about fire. I'm not going to worry too much about fire today. Anyway, guys, it's like 10 minutes, so we'll let you go, and I'll be back when I get on the water.